Hi, my name is Elena Donaldson, and this is my video for Business 428. So we were asked to pick a marketing service or product, and really the first thing that came into my mind was the Nike commercial that was playing during the Women's World Cup, just because I just loved that commercial and I thought it was really inspiring, so I kind of wanted to pick that one and talk more about it. So basically what the commercial was Nike. So if you're not familiar with Nike, Nike is like a sports athletic brand that sells anything from clothes to shoes to cleats to anything having to do with athletic wear. A lot of professional athletes are sponsored by Nike, so they get a lot of endorsements and things like that. So this specific commercial or product that I'm talking about was played during the Women's World Cup that happened a couple weeks ago. And basically the commercial was all about how empowering young women and kids to reach for their goals and their dreams, and that nothing is not reachable for little kids, even though little kids might go around, oh, I'm going to be in the World Cup one day, and many people will be like, oh, you need to have realistic goals. But really, Nike was just trying to show that the Women's World Cup team has won the World Cup. They were trying for the fourth time, and they ended up winning and showing that it is possible, that if you work hard and you can achieve those goals. And so that's basically what the whole advertisement and what Nike was trying to put forth through their advertisement. And so their target market, obviously, like I said, I think was obviously more if little kids wanted to watch the World Cup. So by them seeing this commercial, and it showed some of the World Cup athletes as children, and seeing that, well, if they can do it, I can do it. So I think the target market was young kids, and then also the parents of people with young kids, to show that not to shoot down their dreams, that if that's one of their dreams, to help encourage them and show them what they can do to reach those dreams. And I also think that this had a little backstory for those who don't know, that the women's soccer player are kind of protesting the pay that they received, because it came out a couple years ago that the significant pay difference between men and women professional soccer players. I also think that had a little bit of a play into it, and showing that women are just as capable as men as achieving their dreams, and that they should be getting paid the same amount, if not more, because the Women's World Cup team is more successful than the men's World Cup team. So I also think that played a little bit into it, but I really think the main target market was just parents of young children, and then young children in particular as well. So to go on to the strengths and weaknesses of this ad, obviously the strength, everything in the advertisement, was black and white. And so I think that really played into the idea of trying to tug at like heartstrings, and it showed like little kids talking and little kids playing, and obviously children have an effect on emotions, and so that was a really big strength in the article. And also the narrator of the advertisement had I hate to say it, but like a Morgan Freeman voice, if you know what I mean. That just basically means he was very encouraging and empowering just through his voice, which I think played a huge role as well. The only weakness, I think it focused more on women, which it was the Women's World Cup commercial, but I also think when your target market is parents, that it also needs to somehow affect men as well, and I don't think they did a very good job of doing that. So that would I would say was the only weakness, but I don't think that that's what they were going for. But I also believe that sometimes if that's not your target market, you still have to kind of play into a wide variety target market, and I don't think they did that. And so the place in the market for Nike, I think they were trying to do something different that wasn't on advertising at the time, and I think that when you find your niche in the market, you kind of have to go for something that isn't being done. And so at the time, there wasn't a commercial or advertisement like that on the market. So they were the first ones that were doing that at that time. And so many people were talking about this advertisement just because it was so inspiring and things like that. And so their place in the market was perfect for that time because they hit it right at the World Cup time. They hit it at a time where people were talking about women's soccer and equal pay. So they hit the nail on the head with that one. So that, I think they just did an excellent job, and that